Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. This is your prediction for the second quarter of 2026. We're taking a look at April, May, and June. It is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else. And be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, my love, let's begin. Okay, tapping into the Cancer collective now for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Cancer need to know for the second quarter of 2026? What do they need to know for April, May, and June? Let's get one more shuffle here for you, Cancer. Okay, thank you. For April, we have the Fool, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. For May, we have the King of Wands, we have the Three of Swords, and we have the Four of Wands. And for June, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Nine of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, my love, your overall energy for this quarter is Judgment, Eight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. I'm going to take that Ten of Cups for you also. That leaves a King of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the Hangman to the Two of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's clarify this message now. We're using the After Tarot deck. If you're not familiar with this deck, the images are a bit different, changes the meanings of the cards just a tad, and we'll go through them as necessary in your reading today. Clarify this, please, for the Cancer collective for the second quarter of the year for April, May, and June of 2026. We are clarifying the Fool, Ten of Pentacles, Page of Swords, King of Wands, Three of Swords, Four of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Cups for the Cancer collective. We'll get one more shuffle here. Thank you. The Fool is being clarified by the High Priestess. The Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Cups. The Page of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Swords. The King of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Swords. The Three of Swords is clarified by the Star. The Four of Wands is clarified by the Moon. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Tower. The Knight of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups is clarified by the Page of Cups. Your energy, Hierophant, shows itself again to the Magician, to the Five of Pentacles. That leaves a Knight of Swords, Six of Cups, Nine of Cups there to the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You seem to be a bit nervous here. So let's get into your message here, Cancer. There's a new beginning here, or the possibility of a new beginning. I'll call it a new chapter, okay? Whether it's in career and finance, love and romance, or some other aspect of your life, you're on the precipice of a new chapter. You seem a little hesitant in the month of April if you want to move forward. While the Fool card is an action card, the High Priestess isn't. There's almost like a pause. I can begin this new chapter of my life or move in this direction, but I really need to think about it. I want to go within. I want to make sure that this is aligned to who I am, what I want to become, where I want to go. So you're not jumping into the new beginning blindly. Ten of Pentacles to the Three of Cups. I almost feel like you want to be guaranteed that if you were to take this leap of faith, there will be a reason to celebrate. There's long-term success. There's long-term stability. There's happiness, harmony, and it is in alignment to you. And then you have the Page of Swords to the Nine of Swords. I'm going to clarify this for you. There's some type of communication, information, offer, opportunity that you get, and it seems to help you dispel or get rid of the doubts, fears, and insecurities that you have when it comes to this beginning. May is a bit complex. I'm not going to lie to you, so we're definitely going to clarify several of these. We have the King of Wands to the Ten of Swords. There's something here that you were initiating or beginning to move forward on, and you decide not to. Again, I'm going to clarify what that is for you. The Three of Swords to the Star card, I get the feeling here like you didn't want to end this, but you're ending it. You're healing rapidly from it, but the Four of Wands to the Moon makes me feel like, I don't know, might have something here to do with this communication or information that you receive. Let's not panic it. Let's clarify. In the month of June, everything starts to speed up. Tower to the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiterian energy. Jupiter expands. Jupiter is expansive. This is rapid change. This Knight of Swords delivering this communication, this opportunity. The Nine of Cups to the Page of Cups. Your overall feeling here is that this opportunity is part of your wish fulfillment. It's something that you have long desired. So June looks a little bit better than May, but until we truly clarify, we don't know 100% what May is. So let's clarify. First, I want to understand the chapter here. Yeah, I'm going to call it a new chapter here, right, in your gorgeous book of life. Tell me about that Fool card in April for the Cancer Collective. I could move in this direction, but I have to be guaranteed success, happiness, long-term stability. If not, I don't want to do it. This might be you not moving forward with us because of doubts, fears, and anxieties. Tell me about the Fool card there. One more shuffle. Thank you. The new chapter, Ace of Pentacles. Aha. So it comes back around in June, or you revisit it in June. Let's see where we go with this message. Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Devil. There's fear here. For me, that Devil card, that's a twofold message in the Devil card. You know, a Devil card gets a bad rap in tarot, but astrologically, it is Saturn in Capricorn. And Saturn is, I call it Father Saturn. Many tarot readers do. Father Saturn says if you've learned the lesson, you don't have to repeat it again. If you haven't learned the lesson, you're going to repeat it over and over again until you get the lesson. But Father Saturn also says if you put in the work, if you take the chance and you put in the effort, what you want is yours. With dedication, Capricornian energy is, you know, a lot of dedication. If you've ever known a high vibrational Capricorn, they set their mind to something. They not only achieve it, they tend to be overachievers. Again, for a high vibrational Capricorn. So this new chapter here, it's yours for the taking or yours for the creating. It would require you to invest, and it would require you to put in some effort. If you don't move forward in this direction, and I'm not a fear-mongering tarot reader, I feel like it would be a mistake. And I think that might be what you're sensing. So there's something here in April you want to move towards. You want guaranteed success or long-term stability. If you can't quell those doubts, fears, and anxieties, it looks like you're going to bypass it in April and May, but then you're going to revisit it in June. That's what it looks like. Four of Swords, you're kind of just sitting back here on this. Clarify the High Priestess. I don't feel like you're trusting your intuition enough to move forward with this. Clarify the High Priestess. One more shuffle. Thank you. High Priestess is clarified by Six of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Strength card. You're holding yourself back because the last time I did this, I was hurt. The last time I took a gamble on a relationship, it, you know, broke my heart. The last time I thought I was going to open up my business, it failed. There's an opportunity here, again, being bestowed upon you, given to you, or one that you know, I could create that, I could do that. But you hold yourself back because the last time I did it, the Six of Cups card in this deck, we're revisiting the past. And the last time I revisited the past, my heart was broken. It took me a lot of strength and courage to heal that wound. I feel like in April, you're not listening to your intuition. I feel like your intuition is telling you to move forward with dating this person, opening up this business, you know what I mean, learning the skill, whatever that Ace of Pentacles is for each of you is unique. Launch the business, but because the last time you tried, it failed, or there was a false start, or you ended up with your heart broken, or some level of disappointment, you're sitting back. This is almost like you looking back at the past. The last time I did that, I was left wounded, right? This is the Wounded Warrior card here in the Nine of Wands. Page of Swords. What does this information offer opportunity? That might be tied to that Ace of Pentacles. It's like the offer comes in. You don't move forward with it. Tell me about that Page of Swords. Could even be like a conversation you're having with someone. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Wands. There's your conversation. Two of Wands about to move forward. Seven of Wands, I can't do it. So you're receiving an offer opportunity of communication, which is an Ace of Pentacles, in the month of April. And you're hesitant to move forward on it. You're concerned or afraid to move forward with it. Tell me about that Nine of Swords. We'll take it. Clarified by Judgment. It's a judgment call you're making. Two of Cups on that partnership. Ace of Cups. Someone is offering you something here. So let's say I'm speaking to a Cancerian, and this can go a multitude of ways, okay? So I'll just tell you the examples that I'm being given. You're speaking to a friend, or you're watching a tarot reading, and your friend or the tarot reader says, There's a soulmate on path for you in the month of April. If you were to go out there, put yourself out there, be vulnerable, you have someone here on your path that you can connect with. So your friend tells you, you know what? I think it's time for you to get back out there and start dating, or you're watching tarot and they're like, this is the month you can find your person. And whether you're watching it from a tarot reader, or this is your friend or like a close family member who's telling you this, you're like, yeah, the idea of that sounds great. But the last time I got in a relationship, or the last time I listened to you, or the last time I listened to a tarot reader and I fell in love, it ended up being disastrous and it broke my heart. So I feel like this is someone suggesting to you that you go out there, make yourself vulnerable, meet someone, and you're like, no, I can't do that. I would have to be guaranteed happiness, success, long term, 10 of Pentacles for the duration, not a hit it or quit it. This could be someone asking you out on a date, or you being interested in someone but being reluctant to ask them out because, again, the last time you fell in love or the last time someone asked you out, things didn't go well. This could be even a proposition with that Ace of Pentacles, work related. Again, you could have friends or a tarot reader or someone suggest that you find another job. They know you're not happy at your current place of employment, but you're like, well, the devil I know and that devil card is better than the devil I don't. I know that this job sucks, but what if I, end up at another company and it ends up worse than where I'm at? You seem to have a what if it's worst case scenario here, like playing in your mind. And you have someone here who's trying to quell those doubts, fears, and anxieties for you, but they seem to be too great for you. So April here, I'm not telling you your whole month will be like this or surrounding this one thing. But you have an offer and opportunity on the table. Someone's either suggesting that you go out and do this, or you feel called to do it, or someone is providing you with that opportunity, like go out on a date, get to know you. You're resistant. You're resistant because of past hurt or pain. So I feel like in the month of May, you're like, I'm not going to do that. Thanks for telling me to go out there and date and start meeting people. I'm not ready for it. That's the King of Wands. You're taking the action to say no because of doubts, fears, and insecurities, because of past heartbreak that I'm healed from. Yeah, this isn't fresh or new. This is, you're revisiting the past. And then there's that feeling of, well, am I ever going to be happy? Am I ever going to have my happily ever after? Am I ever going to find the one that I, marry or move in with or have a family with or combine families with? Am I ever going to find the ideal job that is structured and stable? So I feel like you are choosing in April to entertain the discussion or possibility of moving forward in career and finance or love and romance, but you're immediately shutting it down, and you're doubling down on that shutdown in May. Even if you just started dating someone in April, if the relationship starts to move too quickly for you, it looks like in May you're putting a halt to it. And I do see you revisiting it. So whatever it is comes back around in June, and then you seem to be more receptive to it. So let's continue to clarify this message. And I'll continue to give you the examples that I'm being given to try to clean up the message for you further. Clarify that, King of Wands. Why is this Cancer's energy in May? One more shuffle here. Thank you. This is like, no, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. I'm not investing in that. 5 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. I'm not investing in that tower. There's that tower, but it comes back around again. Isn't that interesting? That's why I like using the multiple decks here. You start to see a theme. Clarify that 10 of Swords. Okay, you want to show yourself, we will take it. 2 of Swords, Queen of Swords, and Queen of Cups. I'm not doing that again. You're a hell no to this, because for me, queens exist in the present because they're processing the past. Kings take action. You're sitting here in that King of Wands. I'm saying no to this in the tense. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to date that person. I'm not moving the relationship forward. It's moving too quickly. I'm not going to find another job. I'm not going to entertain launching my own business. You're a no to this. I'll call it a suggestion or invitation. You're a no because of past pain, past heartache. When we look at these two queens in particular, they're existing in the present based upon their past experiences. That Queen of Swords, she has experienced a 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Like, I am not doing that again. Same thing with the Queen of Cups. She's experienced the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups. She doesn't want to feel any of that. I just say she. There's a woman on the card. You could be a masculine. So there's someone here suggesting, again, I'll call it a suggestion or invitation in April, you may mildly entertain it, but in May you're like, no, you're a hard no, or this relationship's moving too fast. I don't want to get hurt again. You're so afraid of getting hurt again or feeling lost again. If it's not your reading, check another placement. I know a lot of you are bold and brave, but I know for many of you watching, this is your storyline as well. Because look at the underlining energy before I go any further. Judgment to the Eight of Pentacles, to the Hierophant, to the Ten of Cups. It's like you've made this judgment call. I will put in the work if I know it's going to give me long-term happiness, long-term stability. Hierophant, it's a staple in my life. So this job may be shitty, and all my friends and family are telling me that I should go find another job, that I could find something better. But unless I'm guaranteed happiness and long-term stability, I'm not even going to bother looking for another job. This place might suck, but it's the devil I know. I might not like being single, but until I could find someone who's marriage material that can go the distance, I'm not going to just bother dating random people. I don't even want to. I don't even want to go there. It's just a feeling that and even if someone's asking you out on a date, even if you end up going on that one date with them in May, you're pulling back. It could be because the relationship's moving too fast. I mean, look what you're manifesting. Hierophant to the Magician, to the Five of Pentacles, which in the After Tarot deck is coming out of cold. It's almost like you're manifesting, again, the Ten of Pentacles. I want long-term stability in career and finance or love and romance. And anything that is less than that or doesn't guarantee me that, I don't want to even take a chance. I'm good where I'm at. I'm good where I'm at. But this opportunity comes back. This person comes back, or the idea comes back. The suggestion comes back, and then you're a go in June. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune to the Tower. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. So it comes back again. The universe is like, are you sure about that? You sure you don't want to look for another job? You sure you don't want to date this person? You sure you don't want to do this? Clarify Wheel of Fortune. One more shuffle. Thank you. Sometimes the universe has a hell of a sense of humor. The Hermit. Did you have a timeout? Knight of Wands. Are you ready to go now? Five of Pentacles. Are you ready to get out from being in lack? Six of Pentacles. You ready to go from the 5 to the 6? Are you ready to invest just a little in finding a new job, exploring this new idea, learning this new skill, dating this person? Clarify the Tower. I was told no. Okay, don't take it. Clarify the Tower. No. Sorry, Cancer. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Tower is clarified by the Six of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands. Well, someone's going to break down your defenses or your barrier. So again, someone asks you out on a date. You say yes. You go out on a date. In May, you're like, oh, it's moving too fast. In June, you're you're dating this person like regularly. Look for a new job. Sounds good. I don't know. Devil I know is better than devil I don't know. You know what? I'm not doing it. I'm good where I'm at. I don't need to change my whole life and find a new job. And then in June, you decide to do just that. You're like, you know what? I'm really sick of this place. I should have listened to my whoever suggested that to me back in April to look for another job. I'm going to look for another job. And it's like, boom, comes in. Ace of Pentacles. Or you're dating that person and you back off a bit, but you're dating them again. You're I don't know, maybe, hell no. Okay, I'm all in. Knight of Swords. Tell me about the Knight of Swords here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Swords is clarified by Queen of Wands. Now you're ready. Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Five of Cups, Six of Swords. Look at that. To the Six of Cups, to the Knight of Cups. So you end up, again, if you're dating this person, then you decide it's going too fast, you're going back to the relationship. You're dating this person again. This very well could be reconciliation here on the table. There's that Star card. Yeah, I am healed enough for a relationship. I'm going to throw this out there for someone watching. It's possible you start dating someone in April, and in May, he or she wants to speed things up, maybe get intimate in that King of Wands, and you're like, I'm not ready. But then in June, you end up being intimate with the person. It could be something like that. Someone suggests that you find another job. And I think it's coming from a place of love. This person is suggesting you find another job. You're like, I can't do it. I have too much going on. The devil I know is better than the devil I don't. Then in June, you're like, you know what? This place really sucks. I should go find another job. Boom, job opportunity comes in. You end up taking it. So it's a revisiting of either the person or a revisiting of the idea. But you're on the new chapter. You're on the new path in June. Clarify that Nine of Cups for me. Clarify that Nine of Cups. You're like, now I'm ready. Now I'll take it. One more shuffle. Thank you. Clarified by the Lovers, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. Now I'll take it. Now I'll move on. Seven of Swords to the Three of Cups. That original Three of Cups, I don't want to sabotage my happiness. Ace of Wands. I'm moving forward. So I think for some of you, if you're single, you started dating someone new, or you will in April, you might be a little reluctant to want to get intimate with them in May. But in June, guess what you're doing? Be careful. What's behind the Ace of Wands? Be careful of pregnancy. So if you can get pregnant, or you can get someone else pregnant, I would be careful with that. Page of Cups. Tell me about the Page of Cups. If this is work related, you're making more money at this job than you were at the job that you left behind. The job that you, for a second there, were going to settle for. Nine of Pentacles is a very financially abundant card. Tell me about that Page of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Five of Cups. Oh, this is new. Look at that. The Eight of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles to the Fool card. There's your new beginning. So it's the new job, or it's a new partnership. Or again, dating someone, not sure. You revisit and then you move forward with them. The Five of Cups card in the After Tarot deck is looking at the new connection. So you're looking at the new job. You're not crying over the spilt milk of the past. No offense to the cross watcher. So this is dating someone new, strengthening your current relationship, seeing your person in a new way, a new professional soulmate, like a new boss here. You're eyeing the new. You're no longer crying over the past. You're moving very quickly towards that Ten of Pentacles. So this could have been a missed opportunity, but the universe called you back, or called it back to you, and it looks like you're moving forward. Your feeling here seems to be, I'm not going to sabotage my happiness. Okay, let's get some oracle cards, and then we'll close it out with some kippers. What's behind that Fool card? Ace of Swords and the Chariot. Yeah, in June, you're moving forward with this offer, opportunity, or this person. So that's okay. Don't be hard on yourself in May. If you need a timeout, you're not sure, you need more time to process a past ending or a loss, give yourself that moment. Give yourself grace, because I'm telling you, in June, you're back in the saddle again. Can we get an oracle card here for April, May, and June, please, for Cancer? For the Cancer Collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have rooted in courage, reflection. See, I think I'm going to do it. Oh boy, I got to reflect on it. And then empathy, having empathy for yourself, listening. It says listen to your heart, self-awareness. Okay, I'll read these to you in a second. Let's get you oracle cards now from this deck. This is the Celtic Magic Oracle deck. One card, please, for Cancer for April, May, and June. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Twilight Glow. Reflective Sunset. Look, reflection, reflective, and then Sacred Grove. Bottom of the deck, Mossy Glen. All right, my dear. Rooted in courage. Find strength in challenges. Like deep roots, stand firm in the storm. Twilight Glow. Embrace the in-between. Magic happens at twilight. May. Reflection. Find better ways to improve yourself through reflection, or again, it could just be you reflecting back on that past pain. Reflective Sunset. Reflect on your journey. Find gratitude in every moment. Yeah, May seems to be a little bit pause on that Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups there. Again, thinking about the past, what you went through, that old Ten of Swords, that old Three of Swords, the old moon energy of the doubts, fears, and anxiety, insecurities. And then here comes June, empathy. And look how the sun comes out. Like here, it's almost like the sun is setting. And now here the sun is coming out. Understand others' emotions and needs by listening with your heart and to your heart. And then you have Sacred Grove. Seek wisdom in nature. The ancient trees hold secrets. So in June, depending on where you live in the world, if you're able to get out in nature, that might be beneficial to you to just ground yourself. That might give you enough strength or courage to be able to move forward with this. Let's close it out now with some kippers. You have find comfort in nature. It nurtures your spirit. So yeah, maybe time in nature. And look, if it's too cold, depending on where you live in the world, if you can get in your vehicle and drive around, little sightseeing in the neighborhood, again, just to get out in the fresh air, even if it's by vehicle, that would be okay too. Self-awareness, understand your inner needs and your true feelings. That's what you're doing. I think that's why you're deciding to revisit this in June and move forward with it. So nice. You're this far away from the next chapter of your life. This far away. Let's close it out now with some kippers. 2 cards, please, for April. You have change and you have occupation. Not sure if I want to work on the change. Not sure I want to do this. Enter the relationship. Put effort into it. What do we have for May? Emperor in the reverse. Not feeling confident either in yourself or in this person. Thoughts, and you're thinking about it. I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I can find another job. I don't know if I could be a business owner. I don't know if I could date this person. I don't know if I want to move forward with the current person. There's your doubt. And 2 cards here, please, for June, for the new chapter. You have family room. And you have message. Bottom of the deck, you have great fortune. So I get the feeling here that this is, again, not to reiterate the message, but I don't know if I want to work on this change. I don't know if I want to move my life in this direction. You know what? On second thought, I'm not going to do it. You either don't feel strong enough, or maybe you're not confident in the person, or you don't feel that you're going to find better than what you currently have in terms of employment. It's like, yep, this place sucks, but it is what it is. But here you change. Here you become more stable and more grounded in that family room card. And then there's a message to great fortune. To the Lover's card. So you end up making the choice to move forward. You have high honor here at the bottom of the deck. If you can, then you got marriage. If you can get pregnant or get someone else pregnant, I would caution you, if that's not what you want in June, to just be careful of that, because that is a very strong possibility here for you, Cancer. That is what I have for you. A little push and pull energy there, but by June, you are well on your way to the new chapter, the next chapter, and you seem to be very happy with yourself that you're doing that. That is what I have for you for your second quarter message. If you like that and it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, have some grace with yourself and be patient. Everything will work out by June. As always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.